Hey guys, this is Dave Swidek. Out this morning shooting. Been out since pretty early. Got a little bit of color for sunrise, but it didn't last long. It's pretty overcast today. I wanted to just show you something here real quick. This area I found as I was driving around somewhere close on a local back road that I tend to frequent often. And this area had some windstorms come through, I don't know how long ago, but a lot of these big pines you'll see around me, some have snapped off, like a few you'll see when I spin this camera around, but there's quite a few of the other ones that are bent over and leaning. It's really kind of neat looking, almost like there's a steady wind blowing real strong. So let's spin it around, we'll take a peek. There you go, you can see them all blown over and just leaning. Of course, smaller ones like this got just snapped right off. And yeah, that was my car over there. Not too far off the road, but it's just one of those places where you can go make some nice photos. Sorry, I'm moving kind of quick here, guys. And you don't have to go real deep into the woods to find some scenic areas. Right here, I'm trying to walk as quiet as I can, get under this tree and show you. But yeah, it's really neat how these are all just blown over. And I'm trying to get some viewpoints on them from underneath to show the arching, where you're doing kind of the pretty common photo you see with a lot of nature stuff where you're looking up through the pines at a sky. Usually you'll want a big blue sky above or some clouds. Today, as you can see, we've got nothing but flat gray. It's completely overcast, but still kind of a neat, abstract kind of look to that. So I'm out shooting. I'm going to see what I can get. Well guys, I'm going to let you go and continue shooting. I've got my Fuji X-T1 with my 10 to 24 wide angle on it, just seeing if I can get some different perspectives on some things here. Take care, have a good rest of your weekend, and I'll talk to you with the next video. Hey guys, I'm back again. Wanted to share one other tip about these kinds of areas with these big pines and everything else, is that oftentimes they're very interesting as far as shooting what's under your feet. Because of the old growth, a lot of these areas were typically filled with a lot of moss and different things like that. But when you look around at what's underneath you, a lot of times you're going to find a ton of different textures and small little details that really make things interesting and kind of like their own little world under here. So when you find yourself in a spot where you're out shooting and you get into one of these large pine plantations or areas where they've gone in and thinned things out, visually up top, sometimes they're interesting, sometimes they're not. But it's one of those areas I love wandering through because you see all sorts of different little details and textures and abstracts and things you might not otherwise notice, little berries, plants, all sorts of stuff like that. So make sure when you're out exploring, don't forget to look at what's under your feet, because oftentimes there's some beautiful little landscapes of their own right under your feet. All right guys, I know I said it once already, but take care, have a good rest of your weekend, and happy shooting.